Hello to all of you. So in this lecture, we will solve out some example of Lacy's theory and discuss about the difference between Kennedy's theory and Lacy's theory. Clear? So first of all, what is the difference between Lacy's theory and Kennedy's theory? So first, in Kennedy's theory, we state that silt carried by the flowing water is kept suspension by the vertical component of eddies, as we discussed. So silt supporting power is proportional to width of channel. As per the Lacy's theory, the silt carried by the flowing water is kept suspended by the vertical component of eddy which are generated from the entire weighted perimeter. So, as per the Kennedy's theory, they consider D is very important factor, and as per the Lacy's theory, Lacy's consider R is very important factor. So, Kennedy's theory give relation between V and D, and as per Lacy's theory, they give relation between V and R. And Kennedy gives critical velocity ratio that called F. Clear. And as per Lacy's theory, he was introduced silt factor that called F, which is 1.76 under root m, and which is depend on average size particles. So it is different from different channel according to that type of soil. And fourth one, Cutter's equation is used in Kennedy theory to find out mean velocity, and Lacy's use that own equation. They do not uh, choose a Cutter's equation to find out velocity. And in Kennedy's theory, fifth one, this theory gives no equation for bad slope. And as per the Lacy's theory, Lacy's give Lacy's gives equations for bad slope as f raised to 5 by 3, 3340 q raised to 1 by 6. And the sixth one, in this theory, the design is based on trial and error method. As per theory, Lacy's theory, there are no trial and error method. So there are some limitations in Lacy's theory. So true design conditions, which is hypothetical, that may not achieve in actual practice. Clear. The second one, Lacy's did not consider silt charge, but he considered only silt grade. Then third one, Lacy's did not account the increase in silt concentration due to loss of water in evaporation and seepage. Then fourth one, silt grade and silt charge have not properly defined by Lacy. Then fifth one, artificial channel is not true design channel and design theory is not applicable because you know that there are some protective layer on the particular channel. Sixth one, Lacy's indicate true design channel shape semi-elliptical but did not give any equation for that shape. Then seventh one, last, Lacy's define the design silt charge as the minimum bed load consistent with a fully active bed, which is not properly defined. Clear? So there are the seven limitations as per Lacy's theory. So example, as per Lacy's theory, design irrigation channel in alluvial soil according to Lacy's silt theory using following data. Discharge is given 15 cubic, Lacy's silt factor is given 1, side slope is given 1, then 1. Clear? So here the silt factor is directly given. So we uh, we do not find that particular silt factor, which is formula 1.76 under root mr. So f equals to directly is given 1. So second step to find out velocity. So what is the formula as per Lacy's theory? Qf square divided by 140 raised to 1 by 6. So we have f, we have discharge. So put in this equation. So 15 multiply 1 square divided by 140 raised to 1 6. So we get velocity 0.689 meter per second. The next step to find out cross section area. For the formula, we have velocity, we have area. So we know the formula of continuity equation. Q equals to AV. So A equals to Q by. So area equals to 21.76. So what is the step 4? To find out perimeter. So what is the formula per perimeter as per Lacy's theory? P equals to 4.75 under root Q. We have Q. Put in this equation. So we get P equals to 18.4 meter. Next step 5. equals to BD plus D square by 2. So we have area clear, and we have the side slope as per the assumptions or directly given. So 21.76 BD plus 0.5 D square. That equation called A. Next, we have equation of parameter P equals to B plus D under root 5. We have parameter value 18.4, B plus 2.23 into D. Then subject B equals to 18.4 minus 2.23 into D. Substitute that equation in A. So we get 21.76 equals to 18.4, 2.236 D into D plus 0.5 D square. Then make it one equation 1.73 D square minus 18.4 D plus 221.76 equals to 0. So in this type of example, you can solve by calculator by the formula. So you can solve this formula by higher MS calculator. Then solving it, we get both value D equals to 1.36, D equals to 15.36. In this, when you solving this particular equation, so that two values given. When the value is higher, so that consider as a B, and the value is lower, which is near about 2 or 3 or 1, that called D. The next step, calculate hydraulic wind depth, that called R. So in this step, we calculate R from different formula. First, R equals to A by B, which is 21.81 divided by 18.4. So we get 1.185. And the second formula as per the list is pi by 2 B square by F. So we have B, we have F. Put in these equations. So the both values nearly same. The design is okay. The next step, calculate bed slope. S equals to F raised to 5 by 3, 3340, Q raised to 1 by 6. We have value of F equals to 1. We have discharge 15. Put in these equations. We get 1 upon 5, 2, 4, 5. Then make it box like this, B, D, S. Clear? So this is the example of Lacy's theory. The second example of Lacy's theory, design irrigation channel in alluvial soil according to Lacy's theory using following data. Discharge is 40 cubic. Average size of bad material may be 0.8. Side slope is given 1 chamber. Clear? Whenever the side slope is not given, so you can consider n equals to 0.5. But in example, side slope is given, so consider whichever is given. Clear? So step 1, to find out silt factor. In previous example, silt factor is directly given, but in this example, you find silt factor. So what is the formula? 1.76 under root m. MR means average size of bad material 0.8 mm. So F equals to 1.57 mm. Clear? Then remaining the step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which are same as per the first example. Clear? Like this. First one, step 2, calculate velocity. So we have the formula QF square divided by 140 raised to 1 by 6. Put in this equation all the value, so we get velocity. Then after, we have two value, discharge and velocity, so you can easily find out area. Then step 4, we have the formula of perimeter, P equals to 4.75 under root Q, so Q equals to 40. Then put in these equations, we get perimeter. Then next step, to find out the dimensions. So we have formula of area BD plus D square by 2. Here we get B and D according to that. And step 6, calculate R. So in this step, we calculate R from different formula. One A by P and second one 5 by 2 D square by. Clear? So if the value is nearly same, so the design will be okay. The next step, to find out bed slope. Done? The next one, balancing dam. So what is the balancing dam? The channel section is partially cutting and partially filling, so that material excavated may be used for making the banks. Clear? Cutting means by excavation, filling means by deposition. So channel section is entirely cutting. So extra soil is deposited in spoil banks. Channel section is entirely filling. So soil is obtained from boropits. In both cases, it requires double handling and cost of earthwork is increased. So as per the diagram, the filling area is shown and the cutting area is shown. So the design which is on the basis the quantity of excavation or cutting or equals to earth filling required. So there are no more amount of cost is required. Clear? So what is the definitions of balancing depth? So quantity of excavation or cutting is equals to earth filling required for making banks. Then the depth of cutting is known as a balancing depth. Clear? Like this. Then as per the diagram, filling area is same as how much amount of soil from you excavate the soil is deposited to the filling area. So the depth is called balancing depth. So what is the area of cutting? Clear? So area of cutting means dy plus zy square. So this is a formula of area of cutting. So you can common y multiply in bracket b plus z into y. Then same is for area of filling. So the formula of area of filling, there are two on the both sides. So multiply to h minus y into t plus n cross h minus y whole square. Clear? Equating both sides means area of cutting equals to area of filling. So then make the formula like that y square 2n minus z bracket over minus bracket b plus 4nh plus 2t bracket y plus h bracket 2t plus 2nh bracket over equals to 0. Clear? So put in this value for side slope is filling, so z equals to 1, and for cutting n equals to 1.5. So putting this value in this formula, which is y square like that, so we get 2y square minus b plus 6h plus 2t bracket over y plus h bracket over 2t plus 3h bracket over equals to 0. Clear? So this is your formula of balancing depth. Clear? Please remember that formula of area of cutting and area of filling. So you can easily find out, and the values for filling z equals to 1 and for cutting n equals to 1.5. So put in this value in this particular formula, so you can easily get the balancing depth formula. The next one, typical cross sections of canal. So in this canal, there are three types of section may be there. First one in cutting, second one in filling. So partial, and then third one partially cutting and partially filling. So first one that color in cutting section. Yeah, so this is a diagram of cutting section. Then remember that or remember that particular diagram, and for in filling and for partially cutting. Then in filling, so that canal is above the ground, and in cutting the canal is below the ground, and partially cutting and partially filling, water flowing below the ground level and the amount of soil which are deposited on the both sides. Done? So there are some components of cross section, that side slope. We already discussed what is the side slope and berm. What is the berm? Clear? Side slope means they are stable, means the slope is given on the both side of that particular cross section. So the side slope should be such that they are stable depending upon the type of soil. So comparatively steeper slope can be provided in cutting rather than in filling. So the soil in the former case will be more stable. Clear? So in this diagram, the silting will be occur. So silting is shown by some that particular dot. Clear? Actual slope is 1 jam 1, but final slope is 1/2 jam 1. Clear? The next one, berms. So berms is one type of horizontal distance is provided at the ground level between the toe of the bank and toe of the edge of cutting. So what are the purpose of bombs? Clear? So first is to they help the channel to attain design conditions, and then they give the additional strength to the bank. Then third one, protection against of erosions and breaches. Then fourth one, they protect the banks from erosion due to wave action. So these are the purpose of bombs. Then what is the freeboard? So the freeboard is marginal between FSL, means full supply level, and the bank level, is known as the freeboard. So the freeboard depends upon the discharge of the channel. Clear? In this example, the freeboard is shown FSL and bank level. Clear? The next one, bank. So what is the purpose of bank? It is the main purpose to remain a water or to store a water. Clear? Or they can be used as a communication and as an inspection path. So you can construct a road on the bank. Clear? Then service road. So you know that the service road is provided on the both side, otherwise one side of that particular canal, and it is used for inspections or is used for communication. They are provided zero point 0.4 to 1.1 meter above the FSL. And what is the Dowla? Dowla is a measure of safety in driving. Dowla is 0.3 meter high and 0.3 to 0.6 meter wide at the top. And they also help to preventing a slope erosion due to rains. So Dowla is provided in this diagram. The next one, counter bumps or back bumps. Even after providing sufficient sections of bank embankment, the saturation gradient line may be cut the downstream side of the bank. So in that particular cases, the saturation line can be covered at least by 0.5 meter with the help of counter bumps. So as per the shown in figure. Then spoil banks. So what is the spoil bank? When you excavation or when you construct that particular canal by in cutting method, so you can excavate that particular ground. So the amount of soil which are deposited on the side of that canal, so that bank are constructed. So that bank is called spoil bank. Then borrow pits. So what is the meaning of borrow pits? So you require extra amount of soil to making a canal. So uh, that called borrow pits. Clear? So these are the some components of canal. The next one, lining of irrigation channel. So what are the lining? So what is the meaning of line? Lining means to protect a canal for some by some protective materials. Clear? So there are two types of canal, like unlined canal and line canal. Like unlined canal, for unlined canal in alluvial panels, northern India, the transmission losses are in main canal and branch canal are 17%. For distributary 8% and water course 20%. Clear? So in unlined channel means like alluvial channel, non-alluvial channel, the percolation losses are high. To reduce the percolation loss, the bed and side of canal are provided with an impervious layer of cement concrete is known as a canal line, like in Narmada Canal. Clear? So what are the necessity? So first one, preventing seepage losses. So some impervious layer are provided. So water is not percolate to the ground. So seepage loss are prevented. Then second one, increase velocity. So the protection by some cement or by some material. So we gain constant velocity. So the frictions are reduced and we get a smooth surface. And also by this we discharge increase. Then third one, preventions of erosion of bed in high velocity. Then fourth one, retard growth of weeds. Fifth one, reduction in maintenance. And sixth one, eliminations of silting. Clear? So there are total 6 types of necessity of line. And there are some advantages. There are total 12 advantages. First one, water conservation. So preventing the seepage loss by providing some impervious layer on the canal. So seepage losses are prevented. So water conserved more. The second one, avoiding water logging and adjoining. So water is not percolate to the ground, so water logging will not occur. Then third one, the rugosity coefficient is reduced by increased smoothness. Clear? Rugosity coefficient we discuss in Cutter's equation. So, surface is smooth, so the surface is smooth, so we can get a maximum velocity. And the surface is smooth, so we get maximum discharge. Same as fourth, increase velocity and decrease loss due to evaporation, because velocity is higher as compared to that particular alluvial and non-alluvial channel. So when the velocity is higher, so evaporation loss will be low. Low maintenance cost. Then retard width growth, no scouring, no silting, because the impervious layer are provided on the canal. There are narrow cross sections, stable bank, better operations, less breaches, means less failure of canal. So there are total 12 advantages. Disadvantages, high initial cost, because it require maximum amount of finance. Then difficulty in repair, because of that impervious layer are provided, so some cracks are appear on the surface of canal, so it is difficult to repair. Then less additional safety. Then fourth one, difficult to shift outlet. There are four types of disadvantages of lining. Clear? Then after types of canal lining, so there are three types: hard surface lining, earth type lining, and buried member type. In hard surface lining, cement concrete lining, shotcrete lining, precast concrete lining, cement mortar lining, brick lining, stock brook lining, asphaltic lining. Then earth type lining, thin compacted earth lining, thick compacted earth lining, loosely placed earth lining, stabilized soil, bentonite soil cement earth lining, buried member, road oil lining sprayed in place, asphalt member lining, prefabricate asphalt member lining. So there are total three types, and there are some types of canal lining. Then cement concrete lining. So in cement concrete lining, it has a high initial cost, so it is used limited. Like in Narmada Canal, it is a cement concrete lining, and it has a excellent hydraulic properties. Thickness 5 to 10 centimeter for M10 concrete, and 7.5 to 15 centimeter for M10 concrete. A subgrade is prepared and compacted, and the depth is 30 centimeter in sandy soil and 50 centimeter for other soil. And base coat is provided 1 chem 4, 1 for cement and 4 for sand slurry. Clear? Sprayed oil paper, crude oil on the subgrade. The concrete is usually laid in the alternate blocks. In shotcrete lining, it consumes large amount of cement. The ratio of 1 gem 4 cement sand and that cement, that particular slurry is sprayed through the nozzle, and thickness which is 2.5 to 6.5 centimeter. And shotcrete also used for repair. Clear? This is a diagram, or this figure shows the shotcrete lining. Then precast. You know the meaning of precast. So the slab usually 90 centimeter by 30 centimeter. So that slab directly placed to the canal. So thickness which is 5 to 6.5 centimeter, and blocks are manufactured with the interlocking arrangement. Then this is a precast concrete line. The next one, design of line canal. So there are two types of section: triangular section and trapezoidal section. So rigid boundary canal are designed. It is similar as a non-alluvial channel, and velocity is very high as compared to that particular two channel. So there are two types of channel section. First one triangular section, second one trapezoidal section. First one with circular bottom, small section, Q is less than 85 cubic, velocity 1.85 or 1.8 meter per second. And for trapezoidal section, larger channel are there. The velocity is which is higher, greater than 1.8, and discharge is also higher, 85 cubic. This is the design procedure of trapezoidal section. Data is given, Q and SV, side slope, and theta is given. Determine, first of all, area, determine hydraulic mean depth by the Manning's formula, determine perimeter by hydraulic mean depth formula, determine width and depth. This is the formula in terms of theta. BD square, BD plus D square, theta plus cot theta. For perimeter, B plus 2D, theta plus cot theta. Clear? And same as the procedure for triangular section. First of all, you find out, determine area. The formula is D square bracket theta plus cot theta. Determine perimeter. Formula is 2D bracket theta plus cot theta. Determine R. D by 2. Directly D by 2 for triangular section. And velocity Q by E. So what is the formula of A? Put in this equation so we can find out velocity. And last, we find out D. In here is there are no width, clear, in the triangular section. So please, how can you recognize? So this section is triangular, this section is trapezoidal section. When the discharge is less than 85 km, so that called triangular section. When discharge is greater than 85 km, so that section is trapezoidal section. Clear? So design a line concrete channel. Trapezoidal section is given. Discharge 200 cubic. Slope is given 30 centimeter per kilometer. Manning's constant is given 0.017. Side slope is given 1.5 jam1. Velocity is given 2 meter per second. So what are the solutions? So first one, list out the data. Bad slope is 30 centimeter per kilometer. Clear? So convert into that particular kilometer means 1000. So you convert meter. So 3 into 10 raised to minus 4. P equals to 2 meter per second. So there are no unit for slope. So you convert centimeter into meter and kilometer into meter. Done. So you get 3 into 10 raised to 4 minus 4. So we have velocity, we have discharge. So put in these equations. So A get 100 meter square. Then second step 2. We have velocity, we have slope. Clear? So what is the formula of Manning's? 1 upon n r raised to 2 by 3 s raised to 1 by 2. Put in this all these values in this equation, so we get r, which is hydraulic mean depth 2.75 meter. Then step 3, P equals to A by R. So we have area, we have R. Put in this equation, so we get perimeter. Then step 4. Here is side slope is given 1.5 jam 1. So you know that tan theta equals to 1 upon 1.5. Clear? Means V upon H. Remember that V upon H. So tan theta equals to 0.667. So what is the theta? 33.70 degree. Means theta equals to tan inverse 0.667. So you get theta 33.7 degree. So you convert into radian. Clear? So theta equals to 0.588 radian. So cot theta will be 1.5. So what are the formula of area? BD plus D square theta plus cot theta. So put in these equations. So we get 100 plus BD plus D square theta 0.588 plus cot 33.7 degree. So you get 2.088 D square. That equation called A. Same as for perimeter, P equals to B plus 2D and bracket theta plus cot theta. So we have perimeter B plus 2D, theta equals to 0.588 in radian, and we get cot theta equals to 1.5. So subject B 36.36 minus 4.176 D. This value put in equation A, so we get B and D. Clear? So this is a example of trapezoidal section. And this is example of triangular section. Discharge is given, Q equals to 50 cubic, N equals to 0.022, and side slope is given, bad slope is given. First of all, as per the side slope, you find out tan theta 1.12 or 1.25 divided by 1. So we get theta equals to 51.34 degree. Convert into radian form 0.896 and find out cot theta 0.8. Same as put in these equations in Manning 1 upon n r raised to 2 by 3 s raised to 1 by 2. So as per triangular sections, r equals to d by 2. So d by 2 raised to 2 by 3, s which is given 1 upon 3000 raised to 1 by 2. Make it simple form. V equals to d raised to 2 by 3, 1 upon 1.913. So that called equation A. So we have the formula of area, d square theta plus cot theta. So d square theta, what is the theta in radian form? 0.896, and plus cot theta equals to zero point 0.8. So area equals to 1.696 d square. So we have the formula of V equals to Q by A. So as per the V equals to equation A, so put in this equation, d raised to 2 by 3 divided by 1.913 equals to, we have uh, value of Q 50 divided by, we have the formula of area of 1.696 d square. So find out as per the by the help of calculator, d equals to 4.5 meter. Clear? This is the example of triangular section. Done? So this is the method of that particular of lining or lining example. Done. So here is, there are total 6 types of example. First one, non-allowable channel. Then second one, as per the Kennedy there are 2 case, and as per Lacy's 1, and as per line canal there are 2. So total 6 types of examples are there. Clear? Please remember that formula and write down in your notebook that particular design procedure of that particular theory or particular channel. Done. Thank you so much.